Stay connected with what's happening in the Kadena Force Support Squadron with Cup of Joe.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you and welcome to Cup of Joe. Sure is good to be back here in the studio. We kind of went on the road last week and did a little show we call The Bite, which was fun. Fun hanging out at the old club with the chef. And now we're back. We're back in the studio. Guys, how's it feel to be back in the studio, huh? Say. Okay, I guess the guys are more interested in Venture Magazine this month. We do have a new Venture Magazine out right now. It's been out for about a week. I'm surprised you guys hadn't read the thing already. Well, there's a lot going on. Maybe that's why. There's a lot going on in the Kadena Force Support Squadron. March, April, May, it's ramping up, people. So let's, pick up a copy of Venture, find out what's going on. Some of the things that you might want to take note that we got coming up is we got the whole St. Patrick's Day thing going on. A lot of activities are involved in that. We got this big explosion thing for an Easter egg hunt coming up the 30th, where they're going to do it at Four Diamonds. They're going to have Easter egg hunts going on each one of the softball fields. It's going to be an event with booths and food and bouncies and all that stuff. So that's big coming up. Also the Wine Fest in April. And I was talking with Aaron Feinberg the other day, and he told me that Friday, April 12th, is already sold out. So if you want to get Wine Fest tickets, you better hurry up and get them because there's only a few hundred left for Saturday. And also we got Unit versus Unit finale coming up. We're going to go out and shoot that and put together our annual Unit versus Unit finale show. And I hear this one is going to be nice. They've had so many people enter, they had to extend it. And so we're going to go out the 23rd and shoot that. It's actually a pretty good show. You might want to come out and watch it. And of course, there's the Okuma Beach Fest coming up and the Pacific Muscle Classic and all these kind of things coming up. So, whew! A lot coming up in the Force Support Squadron here in the next 3 months, which is typical this time of year. And we've had a lot going on already. In fact, last week, I hope you got a chance to go see Mr. Taylor, James Arnold Taylor, the voice actor, was in town. He came by the studio, did some stuff, and me and the wife went over to Schilling, watched the show in the ballroom, went to Platters, had some stir fry. And I got to tell you, it inspired me. The guy was really good, very talented, good impersonations, where he can impersonate celebrities and things like that. And I got inspired by the whole thing. I got to tell you the truth. The guy was a great guy, talented, wow. And in fact, he inspired me so much that I decided to start working on, some impersonations myself. I thought, might be a good addition to Cup of Joe. So I've been working on one. I've been working on my John Wayne. In fact, I'd kind of like to show it to you right now. So here is my impersonation of John Wayne. Well, I give you the sundown to get out of town, Pilgrim. I'm gonna wrestle me a grizzly and kiss me a pretty girl. Aha! Okay, I guess I might need to work on that one a little bit. Anyway, we got a lot going on this month. Today we got the Red Cross is going to be here to talk about some things they got coming up. And Sergeant Chavez, our football frenzy winner from won the trip to the Super Bowl at the Rocker, is going to be here to tell us how that went. And we're going to do all of that right after this, Pilgrim. That's not that good? You didn't like that? I don't know what's wrong with those guys. When I'm gonna wrestle me a grizzly and kiss me a pretty girl. What's wrong with that? Is it me? Ah.
Freeze frame!
Freeze Frame, A sneak peek at where our cameras will take you in the next Venture magazine.
1, 2, 3.
There's a mustache on my face. There's a mustache all over the place. There's a mustache on my face. There's a mustache all over the place.
It's getting kind of hairy.
Mustache March. Heard of it? It's a tradition that has its roots in Air Force history, traced back to Brigadier General Robin Olds and his days as a young buck Air Force pilot from World War II and Vietnam. Olds sported a waxed handlebar mustache as an expression of individuality and manliness. And now the tradition finds its way into Kadena FSS marketing, thanks to some creative high school interns.
I'm part of this program at Kadena High School. It's called Career Practicum. And in the class, students go and they intern or they help out in possible career fields that they might be interested in. So Catherine and I were both kind of interested in marketing, in like radio and TV and photo shoots. So this was like a perfect place for us to come and kind of see how all of these things are done.
You basically find a job sighting, you go in, talk to the manager, you either get hired or denied. It's like getting a job, and you have to make resumes and all that good stuff. And then you come in, have an interview. If they want you, they want you. And then if they don't, you gotta find a new job. But thankfully, they wanted me and Roxanne, my partner, and we come here every other day and we work on our projects.
Tasked to come up with a catchy promotion of their own, the teens were drawn to the mustache tradition.
We are trying to drive foot traffic into all the FSS facilities. The mustaches are just our combination of customer appreciation as well as like a really fun thing to do kind of during a downtime during the year. So we're using the mustaches to kind of bring incentive for people to come to all the facilities to take pictures with them and have a fun photo booth.
So come on out, have some fun, and support our future marketeers. Have your picture taken during the week of March 18th through the 22nd during lunch hours. Pictures will be posted on Facebook. For more info about Mustache March, pick up a copy of March Venture.
There's a mustache on my face. There's a mustache all over the place.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, appreciate it, and welcome to Cup of Joe. This is the show where we talk about what's happening, not just in the Force Support Squadron, but on Kadena and Okinawa for that matter. And today, we're going to talk about Red Cross stuff.
Yes.
And I've got the Red Cross gals. Can I say gals? All right. Okay, you're my kind of gals.
That's right.
So we have Erica, you're marketing
That's right.
and something else.
Market and public relations.
Marketing and public relations. And
right.
so are you marketing or public relations?
I haven't decided yet.
Okay.
Still don't know what I want to be when I grow up, so I haven't decided.
Okay. And of course, Karis
Hey,
is our other stuff girl.
I am, and I have a secret other life at the Red Cross where I'm the field office coordinator too.
That's where you spend most of your time. Well, we appreciate you coming up every week or two and doing other stuff. You coming tomorrow?
Of course.
Okay, because we got two of them.
I know.
So and
I'll be there.
and I've even got a little acting worked into it. So
Awesome. Cool.
all right. So all right now, you got this big event going on. I remember last year it was quite the spectacle.
Yes, we have
And-
lots of events coming up.
Well, you got what's the biggie? What's the thing? Come on, you know what I'm
Habu
you know what I'm
Habo?
groping for.
The Habu Habo.
Habu
coming
Habo.
up.
Habu-
This will be our first year doing the Habu Habo. It's an appreciation of Red Cross Month.
Oh,
which
okay.
March is Red Cross Month.
What's the race thing?
Derby Days. That's in May.
Okay,
this
can we
year.
talk about that too?
We can.
Because if people want to get involved, maybe now's the time.
Yes, if they wanted to put packets in, they can start picking them up as of the 7th.
Okay, well let's
the
go to
banana
the Habu Hobble. Now first, say it 3 times.
Habu Hobble. Habu Hobble.
Habu
Habu
Hobble.
Hobble.
Well,
There
wow.
might be a prize if you can say it more than 3
I'm
times.
telling you.
That's right.
And you're a professional.
I know, you should know these things.
All right, well, let's talk about what in the world is a Habu Hobble. Talk me through it. What is
It's a
it?
5K run that we're having. It's a family fun run. It's free to anybody that's SOFA status. You can bring your kids, you can bring your dogs, anybody. We don't
Really?
care. Yes, anybody.
Strollers.
Strollers.
And just
babies.
drag them along with you.
That's right. That's right. It's pre-registrations at 8:30 at the main Red Cross office, which is Building 6800, right by Gate 1.
Okay, that's
Right
the
next to
one
Jack's
right
place.
over by
Everybody knows
Jack's
Jack's
place.
place.
All right, it's
That's
kind of
right.
like a little house.
Yeah.
Yes,
Kind of a
it's
thing there.
renovated office. kind
Oh,
of.
really? And that's headquarters.
That is for Kadena, our Kadena station.
Okay, so you got to be there.
At 8:30 in the morning to pre-register.
On March 16th. It's a Saturday morning, so you don't have to worry about work or anything like that.
Saturday
Just
morning.
get up.
That's coming up pretty quick.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a 5K run.
Does it start there?
It'll be on the Habu Trail, which is located right behind our offices.
Really? There's a Habu Trail?
There is a
You've
Habu
never been on the
Trail.
Habu Trail?
Well, I may have. I just never knew it was a
You
Habu.
never ran on it.
You know, the
Like-
thing that's curious is why is it called a Habu Trail?
I think it's because it winds up and down and left and right and all over the place.
It has nothing.
Although I have seen some Habu snake skin on there, but
Okay.
hopefully it's not called that.
All right,
because-
so it's that area that kind of goes along the fence line.
That's
is
right,
that
yeah.
right? And it's kind of back in. A lot of people don't know that it's even back there.
Yeah, it's pretty hidden.
yeah.
And so you're going to run up through there, and where to? I mean, 5K. It's
5K. There'll be somebody up there to direct people to turn them around when they get to like the halfway mark to turn back around. And we will have prizes.
Oh, really?
For the Habu Habu, we will. So come dressed all in green, because you know it's coming up St. Patrick's Day and
Oh,
March
okay.
Madness
Okay,
and all
all
that.
right.
So come dressed all in green. There'll be a prize for the fastest male, fastest female, and the fastest youth. Right, not child, youth.
youth.
And then also best dressed person.
Yes. So come like
Best
Head to
dressed?
toe.
Are you kidding?
head to toe, decked in green. You'll win a prize.
Okay.
We're talking best dressed, like most St. Patrick's Day, not
Yeah,
like, you know,
green
dressed in
or-
a tux
Theme
and
dress.
Right. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, why are you doing this? I mean, you guys
For
are
fun.
Red Cross.
Just cause.
Just fun?
Just for fun. It's in March, just to bring awareness to the Red Cross because
Okay.
March is National Red Cross Month.
So are you going to be telling people about Red Cross and stuff like
Oh,
that?
definitely, definitely.
Okay.
We'll have a table set up there, and if anybody wants any kind of informationals on the Red Cross or volunteering or anything, it'll all be out there.
And now, is there a fee? Let me ask you that.
There's no fee. It's
okay.
free.
It's free.
a
It's free. So you
free
just show
family
up,
fun
you
run.
do it, and
right.
and then that's the end of it. So
And
it's
the-
just creating awareness.
That's right. And the first 25 people will get a T-shirt.
which has an
Habu
awesome
Habu.
design,
That's
I have
right.
to say.
Miss
It's
Kara
a
Smade, yeah.
it's a leprechaun being chased by a Habu snake, and he has this awful grimace on his face, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Not that I'm biased.
Yeah, that sounds great. Great T-shirt there. Okay. No, I'm just kidding. That does sound great. All right. So the
Habu Hobble.
Habu Hobble. It's coming up
right.
March 16th. Now, what else you got going on? Now we're going to talk about just regular Red Cross stuff in a minute,
Okay.
but let's talk about the Derby Days thing.
Derby
'Cause
Days
that
is
was-
coming up. It was
that's
a
a
big,
big deal.
event last year. Yeah, last year was our 4th annual Derby Days, and it was big. And this year we're hoping it to be a lot bigger.
Now,
bigger.
what is Derby Days? For somebody that's never, doesn't know anything about it, what would you tell them?
I would tell them that you build cars.
Cars?
Cars like derby cars, the wooden cars, and they theme them. And they actually had some really neat ones last year, like some really neat Star Wars themed cars and such. They get sponsors. It's one of our fundraisers, our annual fundraisers.
Okay.
And so the way it works is that people get sponsors to sponsor their cars. Then we'll race them down Douglas.
Now, Douglas, that's that big hill that goes down to
Towards
Gate 1.
Gate 1.
Now,
That's right. They close it off
Yeah.
during the races.
now that's a pretty serious hill, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And they're going to go barreling down that hill.
They are.
I mean,
They
like
are.
lickety split.
We didn't have any crashes last year. So let me throw that out there.
We do
No
safety
crashes.
checks too to make sure
That's
brakes
right.
and things are
That's right.
working.
So there's like, I guess, guidelines to the way you have to build this thing.
There
you can't put
are.
motors or anything. in
No,
it.
no engines, no engines. But you can come into the office, Building 6800, and get a packet, and it'll tell you all the guidelines for building it and what
Okay.
the race is about and such.
So you have to have a sponsor. What's the sponsor for? I mean, if
to
just
help raise money for the Red Cross.
okay, so you have to have it costs. You have to have an entry fee. Is that what you're saying?
There's no entry. There's no entry fee, right?
I believe there's an entry fee.
$25.
How do you guys raise
it's more
money
than
for
that.
it then?
Buy the
Uh-huh.
sponsorship.
Yeah, you thought this was gonna be easy,
You
didn't
caught
you?
us. You
All
caught
right,
us.
you want to look at your cheat
I
sheet?
know, under the magazine. The way they raise money is by, we hold vendor booths, and so there'll be a fee for the vendor booths, as
Okay.
well as people that build the cars get sponsors, almost like they do when they do runs, or like the March of Dimes Baby Walk. They get people
Okay.
sponsor them to do it, and so it's kind of like donated money from
Okay.
people around the community to the people that are doing the racing.
And tell me some of the people that sponsor. What's a typical, give me 3 or 4 of the people that sponsor.
Last year, 82nd Recon, their car won first place, I want to say.
Okay, so
So
they
that's an
sponsored it.
example. Yeah,
So they
yeah.
donated some money, the
But
squadron did.
they get sponsors as far as money donation from anybody. They had a couple people last year that were downstairs at the BX with their car, so little kids could sit in it and see it, and then they had the bucket up front
Oh, I
and could
see.
just donate money.
So there's no, you don't have to come up with $300 worth of, it's just
No.
whatever.
No, and you don't have to have this huge elaborate car.
Right.
You know, it's going to be as elaborate as you have the funds to make it. So it's just a really fun event. It's a fun, free family event.
So you're not only going to have the race, but you have other stuff going on
We
too?
do. At the park, we're going to have bands this year. We're going to have a lot of vendors selling food and giftware, and a lot of people from around the community to support.
So it's an event.
We're hoping it's going to be a big event this year.
So where is it all, where is it at Merritt Park?
It's at
Is-
Merritt Park.
Okay, so you're going to have all the fun and games set
At
up
Merritt
there.
Park. Yep.
And then I guess at some point you're going to go over and do the race down the hill?
That's right. That's right.
Where's the best place to watch the race from?
On the street.
Yeah.
On Douglas. They line up on the sides of the street.
Okay. And then they take off down that hill.
They do. And we'll have people up there volunteering to like start the race and end the race and do the timing and such. And they
Okay.
do get prizes or awards for the fastest time or who raised the most money and such.
Right.
And we have youth cars too. I mean, it's not just adults who do this.
Oh, you mean like youth center could put together a cart if they wanted to?
Yeah, or if
Boy
you have a
Scouts.
family and
Okay,
you want
so
to
you
get your
don't have-
kid to help build a car.
Yeah.
So you don't have to be part of an organization. A family could get
no,
together.
Anybody can do a car. You don't have to be part of a squadron or an organization or anything to do a car. If you want to do just a car and put your family's name on the side, that would be neat.
Okay, and
And
why
have
are
the
you
kids help.
why are you guys doing this other than it's just a fun thing?
It's just one of our fundraisers. We have 3 yearly fundraisers.
Oh,
We
yeah?
have 2 rug auctions usually, and then we'll have the Derby Days.
Okay.
And the
you,
money that we get from these are the ones that we use to help sponsor things out in the community.
okay, all right, well, let's just talk about Red Cross overall.
Okay.
So what are the things that you guys do that you're especially proud of over there?
We have a volunteer program. We have tons of volunteers with the 18th Med Group. We have people who are, RNs and everything who are actually volunteering at the Med Group, people who don't have any medical experience out there too, helping with like reception and things.
Oh, they actually work at the Med Group as
Yeah.
a volunteer?
Yep.
Okay.
And we have other places throughout the community like the post office, Uncle Sam's Attic, all over where we have Red
Okay.
Cross volunteers helping out.
Okay. So volunteer is one of your things. What are some of the other things that Red Cross does?
Our main mission here on island is emergency communications. That's one of our main things. Our other one is the health and safety classes that we offer. And the ECM, or Emergency Communications, is a 24 hours a day, 7 days a week program that we have for anybody that's SOFA status. It can be initiated from stateside or from here, so if there's ever an emergency, and you need to get a hold of your family stateside, they can contact the Red Cross, and we can initiate a Red Cross
And
message.
vice versa, if someone in the States
That's
needs
right.
to get a hold of you, they can go through the Red Cross.
That's right,
Now,
they're Red Cross
you've
there.
streamlined this over the years. It used to be a form, and it was kind of complicated, but now it's like just
You
pick up
just
the
call
phone.
in. You just call in. There's a 1-800 number,
Okay.
which I don't have.
It's-
Ah, let's
I know it. I know it.
All
though.
right, give it to me.
Okay. So if you ever need to reach the Red Cross and it's after hours or anything, you can call 877.
This is here on island?
It's a
Even stateside. In the
worldwide.
In the States, okay,
yeah.
so
So
1-877.
1-877.
272
Uh-huh.
7337.
7337.
And
Now,
you can also call our local number here too if you want to speak to someone who's on island.
okay.
And
So this 877 number is something you'd probably want to give, like, your family and parent.
Yes.
definitely.
Back in the States, look, if something ever happens, this is,
and let
even
your
if like if it
family-
was like a tsunami or something like that, or earthquakes or something, they can,
They get worried and they want to contact you, and during emergencies, all the lines are busy and such.
Right.
So this is a really good tool for them to have.
okay.
Make sure that you let your family know too, what unit you're with or what organization you're with so that we can essentially find you over
Right.
here.
Just write all that stuff down. Here's the number. Here's my name, Mom.
Well, the more information they have about you, the better.
The
because
faster we can get it.
They
Right.
might call and be like, oh, there's Joe Brown on the island. There might be like 14 of them. You don't know.
Yeah, I've run into that.
That's
I've run
that's
into that before,
And
yeah.
So sometimes they'll call and they'll be like, well, I know he's in the Air Force, but they don't know the job. They don't know the squadron. They don't know
Right.
any other way identifying information to get a hold of you.
Okay,
And so it's really important that you let them know any kind of identifying information.
right. Other than, you know, tall, good-looking,
That's right.
skinny fella.
That's right.
Yeah,
If only
yeah.
I could do a search query on that.
I know.
Yeah, they probably.
What would we
probably
find
wouldn't.
on Bing or Google? That's
I
right.
probably wouldn't pop up in that one. Okay, now you were talking about you do classes and things, right? Now there's
We do classes.
a lot of classes, right?
There's
Give me
CPR
some
first
for-
aid. There is pet CPR first aid, which is one that a lot of people don't know
Pet?
about. Pet CPR, people love their animals.
Okay,
So
I gotta
there's-
ask, right? You know where I'm going here.
That's right.
Does it include mouth to mouth?
It's
It is.
nose,
Well,
mouth.
it's snout to mouth,
Yeah,
I guess.
there you
kind
go.
of.
And we have, just like we
You
have
know, I
the-
should have had
the
Karen
gummies for
Kennels
the-
come by and you guys could demonstrate for us.
That's right. Well, we don't teach
Oh.
the class. So
Ah,
that's not our specialty.
I guess what would be a circumstance where you would need to do that with a dog? I don't know if
I
I've
don't-
ever.
heat stroke here especially, a lot of the dogs get overheated very easy. Like I have a very
Really?
large breed lab, and just being outside for 10 to 15 minutes, his temperature goes way up. And so in one of those instances, he could stop breathing.
Okay, all right,
Anything
I
else
need
to
to clear
say?
that image out of my mind, and you know,
Aw.
in an
Dog
emergency
and your animal.
situation, we do whatever we got to do, right?
That's right. That's right. We also offer the babysitter's course.
And
on
that's kind of a required thing,
It
right?
is for anybody ages 11 and older. You can take the class at age 11. You can't babysit until you're 12.
But you need it to be a babysitter,
A certified babysitter. yes.
certified.
Certified through the Red Cross babysitter.
And it includes an infant and child CPR, basic first aid, that sort of
Right.
stuff too.
Okay.
And we're also offering a free class called Healthy Pregnancy, Healthy Baby. And that's going to start on March 26th, I believe. And it's they meet 5 weeks every Tuesday evening. And it's for expectant moms. And it teaches, you know, what to expect during pregnancy, how to get through childbirth as painlessly as possible. And then also the first 3 months postpartum too.
Okay. Didn't you used to have like some kind of dental assistant thing, class or
We do.
training?
We
yeah.
actually just restarted our dental assistant program. The applications have all been handed in.
Okay.
And so this one will go on, and then we'll have another one.
Okay. So, but that seems like that could be.
It's a great program, especially if you're ever looking to start a new career or just get some free education.
Right.
It's a great free course, and it's for anybody SOFA status, spouses, anybody. You can even, if you're graduate high school and here with your parents for an extra year or two and just want something to do, it'd be a really good program
So,
to do as well.
if you did this, would it set you up to be a dental assistant type
It
thing?
does.
I mean,
it does.
you've
you
been
get
trained.
a certification. That's right. You get a certification stating that you've been trained and you've met the required hours, and then you can go and apply for jobs on island. I think it's a great.
We have people volunteering at the dental clinic. So, yeah,
Okay.
it's great.
It's a really great another free program
Free.
out there, a free educational program.
And
Okay.
it's 900 hours of experience, which looks great on a resume.
Yeah, I imagine.
That's right. So
Yeah.
when you go back stateside and let's say you want to do a dental hygienist program, you can take this certificate to your school and you won't have to start all over.
Yeah.
Typically in the States, programs such as these start from $6,000 to $8,000. So it's
Yeah.
a free
Yeah, that's what.
program over here.
Well, that's great.
That's right.
All right, guys. Is there anything that we didn't talk about that you wanted to talk about?
I believe that's it.
Yeah.
March 25th, we'll be at the BX downstairs with an informational table. So if anybody has ever wanted to volunteer or find out about our classes or just meet us or get some good freebies, we'll have freebies on the
Okay.
table. They usually do down there. Come March 25th at noon at the
So,
BX.
what demographic do you guys see a lot coming in to want to volunteer? Is it mostly like
Everything.
dependents that don't work,
Any.
or is it people that have, it's all kind of
We
thing?
get active duty, we get spouses, we get kids, and it's a really good, as far as volunteering. Let's say you get here and you're looking for a job, as you do on Kadena or on islands a lot often, and you're just looking to keep up your skills or something. It's a really good way to just get out there, keep up your skills, or even get new skills.
Yeah.
And we do pay $100 a month for daycare.
Okay.
So that if you're looking to just get out of the house and you have little ones and your neighbor can watch them or something, then we
Yeah.
will pay for that daycare.
Okay. Well, great.
It's a really good program.
Ladies, thank you for coming. Appreciate it so much.
Thank you for
Karis,
having
look
me.
Thank you.
forward
See
to
you
seeing
later.
you.
That's
We'll
right.
do some other stuff.
All right.
All right, we're going to take a little break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about Football Frenzy. Turns out we had the winner from here at the Rocker went to the Super Bowl,
That wasn't me.
and we're going to talk to him when we take a break right after we come back. Thank you.
Hey everybody, can I get your attention please? Hey, I'm Mike Borgert. I'm the 4 Support Squadron Commander. I apologize for interrupting your lunch, but I just beg a couple minutes from you. Quick question, how many of you are club members? All right, that's good. If you're not a club member, you're missing out. We do some great programs, a lot of great benefits. Those of you who are club members, how many did Football Frenzy this year? Oh, there's only one, couple. All right, well, I am here to give away 2 tickets to the Super Bowl from someone who participated in Football Frenzy. So Tech Sergeant John Anthony Chavez.
Well, every Monday night game, I came in and I filled out a little slip, and got a few jerseys, and now this is the icing on the cake.
Well, there you go. That was Tech Sergeant John Anthony Chavez, and that all happened back last January at the Rocker, and I'm with Sergeant Chavez right now. Big guy. Super Bowl, right?
Yes, sir. Super Bowl.
All right, first thing I got to ask you right off, that thing that had at the Rocker where you found out that you won.
Yes, sir.
Did you have a clue?
Absolutely no clue. I got a call from my Chief Womack, saying that he needed to talk to me.
All right.
And whenever you get a call from the big man and you don't have no clue what it's about, it normally doesn't turn out very well.
Yeah.
But in this instance, it was awesome.
Okay, now I was there, of course, so I was watching it. At what point did you figure it out? Did you sense something going on there?
I saw indicators as far as having the chief blind the actual welcome Super Bowl Frenzy winner. I didn't see the sign. I kept throwing out little nuggets of like, oh, work stuff, personal stuff. Chief wasn't buying it.
So he wasn't giving you a clue why you were there?
Cool money, easy money. So when the colonel came out and I noticed that he had made eye contact with me, I was like, oh, this is interesting. So when he started pulling out the Who's club card member, then my heart started to race.
So you started, and then of course, when he made the announcement.
When he made the announcement, I'm one of 2 Chavezes in the squadron. So Tech Sergeant Chavez, I know a Tech Sergeant Chavez, John Anthony Chavez.
Yeah.
And then from that point, I went in the black and smiling a lot, shaking a lot of hands, and just thinking about the events that are about to follow.
Well, but your chief did a pretty good job keeping you.
He did an outstanding job.
Yeah. All right, now, all right, so you find out, and I guess this was only, what, 2 or 3 weeks before the Super Bowl?
Yes, sir.
And
Quick turnaround.
So all of a sudden, you're in a frenzy.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's Football Frenzy, right?
Football Frenzy.
So tell us how things unfolded after that.
Well, of course, the number one question that I had to answer was who I was going to take.
Well,
and
I hope you answered this correctly, big
well,
guy.
I still got the ring on my finger,
Okay.
so my answer to that was, unless you can match half my retirement pay, I'll be taking my beautiful wife. So that was the first hurdle. Then the next hurdle was, of course, childcare and all that good stuff.
Right. So, but you got all that worked out. Now, Football Frenzy, it's an event that we've been doing for years in the clubs. You actually went to Football Frenzy at the Rocker.
Yes, sir.
So how do you wind up, how'd you enter? How did that happen?
Well, we made it a work center event. So on Super Bowl Tuesday, or on Monday night Tuesdays, because
Right,
of the
right,
time
right.
difference, myself, some friends, and coworkers, we always made it a point to see a quarter or halftime,
Right.
whatever our allowable lunch hour allowed to.
Oh, so you were on duty and you'd go
on
over-
duty.
Okay.
And there was a giveaway table. We throw in our information. And a funny story is I've never actually filled out the stub correctly, except for the one time that I got pulled. And I was with a coworker, Jeff Green. Jeff, hello.
Jeff.
Who says, "Do I have to fill this out?" And I actually told him, "Jeff, just worry about the last four." And the person at the Rocker said, "You know, sir, if you don't fill out the whole thing, it's an invalid ticket." And I said, "Wow, so what's that mean? I don't get the jersey at the end of the day?"
Yeah.
"Oh, no, you'll get the jersey, but you won't be eligible for the grand prize for the Super Bowl." And I said, "Well, who actually wins that anyway?"
Yeah, nobody ever, yeah.
But I filled it out correctly. The one ticket out of the
Good for you.
whole year.
Well, I hope you
filled out.
learned your lesson, young man.
Absolutely.
What was it like? I mean, tell me, did they take care of you? You got to go to the game? Take us through the whole deal there.
I can't express enough gratitude that we had for the service team, the headquarters service team, Miss Shirley and Miss Dulce out of San Antonio.
Right.
They treated us like celebrities from the time we got there to the time we left. Game was in New Orleans, of course,
Right.
and we're coming down the baggage claim, and everybody on our flight seemed to have been going to the Super Bowl. But as we're coming down the baggage claim, you have all the celebrities with their poster boards. So all these different celebrities right here, or CBS Morning Team.
Like
or
who? Like-
ESPN.
Like what?
What was it?
Come on.
Randy Cross.
Okay.
Or Howard, the director. Howard.
Ron Howard. Yeah.
All these
Opie.
different, yeah, yes, sir. So here are all celebrities, and then here's two posters of us.
Yeah.
Jay Chavez and Tess Chavez.
Yeah.
So as we're coming down the baggage claim, the folks that were on our flight, like, should we have gotten their autographs?
Yeah.
So there we are. We're here.
So
They took care of us, pointed us to the rental car place, and gave us directions to where we were staying.
Oh, so they gave you a rental car.
They did.
Okay.
Small little compact, that's fine.
Yeah.
I don't think I could have handled anything bigger because I'm used to the Okinawa driving here. So
Yeah,
small little compact, and we got turned around a few times, but
Well,
never been in
did
New Orleans.
you? What kind of accommodations did you stay in?
We stayed at a naval reserve base called Belle Chase, which I was really impressed by. I guess it was washed out during the Katrina disaster. So everything about that base is brand new. The billeting was great. They provided us with a 2-bedroom suite and very comfortable. But who goes to the Super Bowl to sleep?
That's right. You're there. I mean, you're in New Orleans.
Yes, sir.
So now, did you have enough time to actually go out and, walk the streets of
It was definitely a balancing act because, of course, you wanted to be hitting on all cylinders for the Super Bowl because it's a
Right.
once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. But the excitement in that town and the hospitality that New Orleans brings, it was just
Right.
so amazing. But on top of just being excited to be there, we were also fighting the long jet lag. We were
Right.
the furthest travelers to get there. The other 3 couples were all within CONUS.
Now, these are the Football Frenzy winners.
Correct.
I guess they pick up Pacific and some people from the States, and they have anybody from Europe there?
Actually, it's not by region.
Oh, okay.
It's just who they pick out. They
And-
could have all came from Okinawa if we were that lucky.
Or they could all been from the
They
States?
could have all been from San Antonio. It's
Okay.
just who had the
So there were-
correct ticket filled out.
There were what, 6 of you total?
There was 8 of us total.
8?
There was 4 couples.
4 couples.
Well,
okay.
actually, there was 3 couples and then some friends. Some
Okay.
friends.
So, all right. So are y'all all staying together?
We're all staying at the Belle Chase
Okay.
Reserve station. Correct.
Okay. So
All-
how many days were you there?
We got there Friday evening at by the time we settled in about 2100, and because we had to hit our connecting flight, we left Tuesday morning at 4 in the morning.
Oh,
So that
goodness.
last 24-hour span, knowing that we had the flight all the way back, we didn't even fall asleep. We
Yeah.
just kind of grinded through it.
Yeah.
So, but hey, Super Bowl once in a lifetime.
So let's talk about the game. Was it all you expected? Now you were a fan, right?
I was pulling for the Niners,
Okay.
and they ran out of time. So hopefully they can continue
Yeah.
next year.
Oh, I thought the refs robbed you on that intercept, no interference. Anyway, go ahead.
Well, you know, you got to learn to play the game and you have to play against your adversities. And the Ravens were a veteran team, and they took all advantages they needed to take that ring back. So
Okay.
you just got to play through that sometimes. There's no excuses.
So the whole spectacle of the game, was it what you thought it would be?
You know, my first memory of the Super Bowl was the Cowboys against the Steelers back in the 70s,
Right.
where Lynn Swann just made that incredible catch.
Right.
And every year since that, my routine has been to always watch NFL films and the countdowns of the Super Bowls.
And
That's
see
kind of
that shot.
how you gear up. So the whole time it was just a surreal process.
Right.
How many millions of people watch Super Bowl worldwide?
Oh, no
And I
telling.
was one of the lucky 70-ish thousand people that were
Right.
actually in the stadium. And I've been to some pro events prior,
Right.
but Super Bowl, that's a bucket list thing.
Yeah.
And I can
Yeah. Well, what kind
relive
of
those
seats did you
memories.
have?
We were in the upper deck,
Okay.
but we were on the 30-yard line on the Ravens side.
Okay.
So when Beyonce came on, that sign, the fire sign, we were kind of behind that.
Okay.
But if you've ever been to Super Bowl, Superdome, there's not a bad seat, so
Right.
it was good.
So you had a good view of the game. So any other special things that they throw in other than taking you there and
Oh, they treated us so well. The following Saturday after we got there, we had a little group meeting, and they briefed us on what was about to happen, what were the giveaways, and they took us to a real expensive brunch where I couldn't pronounce half the stuff on the
Yeah.
menu. But some friends had told me, try it, because New Orleans cuisine is over the top great,
Right.
and they were absolutely right. I tried the turtle soup and the little café de moi baguettes. With
yeah,
the,
yeah.
Excellent,
Yeah.
excellent. Everything about the trip. Following Super Bowl Sunday, they got a stretched out limo for us, and the limo driver dropped us off right there at the entrance. So when we got out, everybody's like, "Wow, who are those guys?"
Oh, really?
How
Right
wo-
up to the
right
stadium.
to
You
the
didn't have to deal with
stadium.
parking and any of
No
that kind of
parking. Enjoyed the free pregame tailgate.
Okay.
NFL sponsored pregame, so for about 4 hours, all the drinks, beverages.
stuff. Really? So you got in a
hors d'oeuvres
special function thing there at the stadium.
at the stadium, and right until about an hour before kickoff, then we made it to our seats. And then that's where reality set in, because that's when the $12 beers, where we had to pay, kicked in. So
Well, let me ask you this. Now, all expenses were paid,
Yes, sir.
right? Did it cost you any out-of-pocket money along the way? I mean, did you?
the only thing that I came out of pocket with is just the overpriced refreshments once we got into the facility.
stadium?
But as far as the building, the rent-a-car, Super Bowl tickets, the pregame, the three
Meals
dinners,
and all that,
the
yeah.
3 dinners they provided us, that was it. And they opened up the menu. Whatever you guys want, it's on us. Of course, not the alcohol. The alcohol was on us, but
Yeah.
everything was on them. And what I want the viewers to know is that was the Super Bowl, but the marketing division actually gives out 3 games. They'll give the Super Bowl,
Right?
the Super Bowl location, regular season game,
Okay.
and Arizona. So when you play Football Frenzy, you actually have 3 chances to go on an excursion.
trip, yeah.
Now, of course, Super Bowl's the main
Right, right.
one.
That's the one.
But if there's 3 chances to win,
Right.
so
So
definitely get
fill out
in
that form correctly.
correctly. Yes, sir.
So I guess next year when it comes football frenzy time, you gonna show up?
I am definitely going to show up. We're here till October, but we'll
Okay.
play all that we can and definitely support the next club that we go to. We've been club members since '99, so the club and all of its benefits are just a way of life for our family.
Yeah, I know that. I think 2 years ago we had a couple win the same trip from the Officers Club. So, and then last year it was you from the Rockers. So, the chances are pretty darn good if you go to one of our clubs that you may get selected. I don't know why that is, but
They like pulling Okinawa. so
they
that's good.
love. Gotta love Okinawa.
Yes,
Why?
sir.
Well, Sergeant Fest, thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
We're tickled silly that you got to go on the trip, and we're tickled silly that we got to be involved on you getting the surprise.
Right.
And we'll look forward to seeing you around next year for Football Frenzy.
Yes, sir.
All right, appreciate you coming by. I know you got to get back to work, so we'll let you get out of here. And that'll do it for this week, Cup of Joe. Next week, we're going to have O Club guys come by to talk about some of the things coming up at the O Club. And remember, Football Frenzy next year. You can win. We'll see you next week.